The situation we are talking about now is very serious, and it is unfolding in real time across parts of northern Nigeria. What we are seeing is a major security push by the federal government, with strong signals that the authorities want decisive results this time. Reports indicate that armed groups operating inside forest areas have come under sustained pressure, and one of the most talked about figures in this situation is BELLO TURJI. His name has been linked repeatedly to violent activities, fear in rural communities, and long-standing insecurity that has affected farming, travel, and daily life for many ordinary people. As security forces increase their operations, there are clear signs that movement within these forest zones has become difficult. Military presence has intensified, and air support is being used alongside ground forces. This has created a situation where hideouts that once felt safe are now exposed. The forests, which for years provided cover, are no longer quiet. Communities nearby report unusual military activity, and this alone has changed the balance of power in the area. This is why many people are saying that pressure is mounting and that certain armed leaders may be running out of options. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us bring you accurate and timely updates like this. What makes this moment important is not just one individual, but what it represents. For years, people have complained that insecurity drags on without clear results. Villagers abandon their homes, traders fear the roads, and families live with constant uncertainty. Now, the message coming from the top appears different. The government seems determined to show that no area is beyond reach and that no armed group should feel untouchable. This shift in approach is why this development has captured so much attention. From what we understand, these operations are not random. They are based on intelligence gathering over time. Routes, camps, and supply lines are being monitored. When pressure like this is applied consistently, it disrupts communication, movement, and coordination among armed groups. That disruption alone can create panic, confusion, and internal problems within such groups. This is why analysts believe that even without public confirmation of arrests or eliminations, the impact is already being felt. Remember to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss the next update. Now let's talk about the wider meaning of this. Security challenges in Nigeria did not start today, and they will not end overnight. But moments like this matter because they test the seriousness of leadership. People want to see actions that go beyond statements. They want to see safer roads, secure farms, and children returning to school without fear. When security forces move decisively, it gives people hope, even if cautiously. At the same time, it is important to stay balanced. Military action alone cannot solve every problem. Long-term peace also depends on good governance, economic opportunity, and trust between communities and authorities. But when immediate threats exist, strong security response becomes unavoidable. Right now, the focus is on restoring order and sending a clear message that violence will not be tolerated. Please, if you are finding this update useful, like the video and subscribe to the channel. Your support keeps us going. Another key point is public reaction. Many citizens are watching closely. Some feel relieved, others remain skeptical, asking whether this pressure will be sustained or if it will fade with time. These questions are valid. What people want is consistency. They want to see that today's action will still be followed up tomorrow, next week, and next month. Trust is built when promises are matched with continuous effort. As this situation continues, information will keep evolving. It is important to avoid exaggeration or rumors. Not every claim online is accurate, and responsible reporting means focusing on verified developments and observable changes on the ground. What we can say for now is that security operations have intensified. Movement within forest areas has become risky for armed groups, and the government is signaling that it wants lasting results. Once again, like this video and subscribe so you can stay updated as events unfold. The pressure on the ground continues, and what makes this moment different is the level of coordination being reported. Security forces are not just moving randomly. They are following patterns, tracking movements, and limiting escape routes. When this happens, it affects how armed groups operate. They cannot move freely, they cannot gather easily, and they begin to lose confidence. This kind of situation usually forces difficult choices, and that is why many observers believe the current phase is critical. For people living close to these forest areas, daily life has already started to change. Some residents say they now see more security patrols than before. Others say they hear aircraft activity at unusual times. Even if details are not made public, these signs alone send a message that the authorities are serious. Fear is slowly shifting away from civilians and toward those who once felt protected by distance and terrain. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you can keep getting these real-time updates. Now, let us be very clear and calm in our understanding. When the government increases security action, it does not automatically mean instant peace. What it does mean is that the space for violence is shrinking. Armed groups depend on freedom of movement, secrecy, and local fear. Once those elements are reduced, their influence weakens. That is why sustained pressure matters more than one dramatic announcement. Another important angle is leadership responsibility. The current administration knows that insecurity affects the economy, food supply, and national confidence. Farmers cannot plant freely when they fear attacks. Transporters avoid certain roads, prices go up, and ordinary people suffer. So, restoring security is not just about force, it is about stabilizing daily life and rebuilding trust. Like this video and subscribe, it helps us a lot. There is also the psychological side of this situation. When people see consistent action, it changes how they think. Communities begin to cooperate more with security agencies. Information flows better. This cooperation can make a big difference because local knowledge often helps security forces understand terrain and movement patterns more clearly. Over time, this creates a stronger system against violence. At the same time, we must talk about responsibility in sharing information. Social media moves fast, but not everything shared there is accurate. Some claims are exaggerated, others are simply false. That is why it is important to focus on confirmed developments and visible changes. Right now, the visible changes increase security activity and reduced comfort for armed groups operating in forest regions. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe before we continue. Looking ahead, many Nigerians are asking the same question. What happens next? The answer depends on consistency. If operations continue steadily, the impact will be deeper. If pressure is maintained, it could discourage others who are thinking of joining such groups. That prevention effect is just as important as dealing with current threats. Another thing people want to see is accountability. Citizens want assurance that security actions respect the law and protect innocent lives. Professional conduct builds confidence and ensures long-term stability. When people feel protected rather than threatened, they support national efforts more willingly. As this story develops, one thing is clear. The government is under public watch. Nigerians are paying attention. Expectations are high, and patience is limited. Every action now will shape how people judge leadership and security strategy in the months ahead.